Hello, what is going on guys? Fluent here, and today it's time that I brought you guys another CSGO video. In today's video, we will be discussing the evolution of CSGO major skins. So before we dive into the video, I'd like to quickly mention we are currently holding a CSGO giveaway on the channel. If you would like to join and you haven't already joined, you can click the giveaway video link down below in the description, as I explain everything you guys need to know on how to enter the giveaway in that video. So my friends, back to this video and back to discussing the evolution of CSGO skins. Now some of you guys might be thinking, what the hell is he talking about? Pretty much I've chosen 3 final matches from 3 different majors in the past, and we will be having a look to see what skins they were using back then and discussing how they've changed down the years. So before we travel back in time, I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to see here. Obviously back in the early days of CSGO there wasn't too much hype around the skins, therefore the prices were drastically different, and let's be honest, back then nobody really thought there was any potential in investing in CSGO items. The one thing I really liked about skins used at majors back in the day is that none of the skins were borrowed. All of the skins the players were playing with at the majors were bought by the players themselves. To be honest, I prefer it that way, as I think it adds more personality, as each player was playing with a skin they like, not just one they got told to use by a Chinese collector to boost his inventory value. And that leads us onto the question of this video, which is, do you prefer skins back then or now? So without any further ado, let's time travel back to Cannabis 2015 in the grand final decider match where Ninjas in Pajamas took on Fnatic.
See them coming out right now and upsetting Fnatic.
Oh my word, what a time to be alive, and is commentating on an old game of CSGO. This guy is an absolute legend. So here we are on pistol round. I can see quite a few default knives. Pronax has got a flip knife fade. JW rocking the Karambit fade, you love to see it. Alu's got the Glock Knight with a nip Cannabis 2015 holo on. Crims has actually got a cheeky stat track gut knife Crimson Web. You would never see that in today's game. No one would ever use that knife nowadays. Let's head over to the T side. Let's see what they're getting up to. So Forrest has got a Tech 9 Isaac. Freiberg's also got a Tech 9 Isaac. There's a few players that don't have any skins on some guns. And it's not like it's 2014 where skins were only just released. This is 2015. Skins have been out for just under 2 years at this point, so it's quite surprising to see some weapons without any skins on. Alu's got a stat track M9 Bayonet Doppler. He's also got an AK Redline with the nip Cannabis 2015 holo on. That is a cheeky stat track Sandstorm by Freiberg, a cheeky little nip Cannabis 2014 in front of the stat track counter. JW had 4,000 in the bank and he decides to buy a Mag 7. This is just how the game's changed. Imagine a player doing that, having 4,000 in the bank on a buy round and just buying a Mag 7. What skin has Crims got on the M4A1? The stat track Guardian with 4 Cannabis 2015 Fanatics. But one thing that I really like about this is everybody's using their own skins. I just think this is so much better, and it just adds so much more uniqueness to the match. Now we've got a few more AKs coming out from the Ninjas in Pajamas. I see a few red lines. Everyone's got a red line. Pretty much what it was back in the day. Everybody had an AK red line. And look at this, the souvenir packages getting dropped to the viewers. For you guys that don't know, they used to drop souvenir packages to the viewers that were watching at the start of every round. Probably made the prices of the souvenirs really cheap back in the day, but this was just such a good idea. You could literally get a souvenir drop and like sell it for £3 on the market just for watching the major. We've got an M4 A1S Knight coming out from Olivemeister with a crown foil at the back. Wow, that is a big boy skin. The T's have got loads of money. They've got 12,000 altogether and they're just playing Glocks. They haven't even bought any utility. Wait, what? Freiberg has got a Glock fade and a blue gem Karambit. The Glock fade's like £1,000 now, and that Karambit is probably like a few thousand, but back then it was probably only worth maybe £500 the Karambit, and the Glock fade was probably like £50. We've got a Fnatic Cannabis 2015 holo on there. That's pretty naughty. Still not insane though, but it's pretty damn cool. Alu's got the AWP. What AWP is it though? That's the question. Don't you dare tell me it's going to be an AWP red line. I will not be happy if it's a red line. Oh, he's got an AWP graphite. That's cheeky. Freiberg has got the Huntsman knife fade. Freiberg is the reason why I bought a Huntsman knife fade as well, for you guys that are wondering. He's the only reason why I bought one. Anyway, stat track Vulcan coming in from Crims. I think it's only field tested though, it looks a bit scuffed. Get Right's got a cheeky Karambit Marble Fade. Fire and Ice, wow. I mean, that's pretty sexy. JW has bought the AWP. What's the AWP skin? Please be a Dragon Lore, JW. He has bought it out, the Dragon Lore. I knew someone would have a Dragon Lore in this game. Well, there's only a couple more rounds left, so I think we'll call it a day there. To be honest, I'm not surprised at all. I knew I'd see quite a few AK Redlines. I wasn't expecting to see a Dragon Lore, but that's very nice coming out from JW. Some of the players did have some really nice knives as well. Obviously, back in 2015, the knives were worth a lot less. Therefore, a lot more players were able to afford them with their own money. Now, one thing that stood out in that game to me was that every player in that game were using their own skins. It's just so much nicer to see pros playing with their own skins. I would love to see this happen again at the next major. I know it won't, but I would love to see it. So my friends, we now jump forward 3 years to the Boston 2018 final decider match between Cloud9 and FaZe. Now, to be honest, I'm not really too sure what to expect. To be honest, by this stage, it's quite hard to really tell whether any of these skins are being borrowed, just because they get so much more money for playing CSGO. But to be honest, I haven't seen any insane skins just yet. To be honest, looking around in CT Spawn, there's quite a few nice knives and some nice gloves, but I think it's safe to say none of these skins are being borrowed. I mean, Skadoodle's got an SSG Abyss. That's like 50p. That's definitely not being borrowed from a Chinese collector. This is what I love to see, man. I love to see the players with their own skins. It's just so nice to see. Into round 3. Rush has got a Karambit Crimson Web. That is very, very clean. Skadoodle's got a Butterfly Crimson Web as well. Tarek's got a Bayonet Crimson Web. Oh my god. AK Redline. We've still got an AK Redline coming out from Skadoodle. People are using it in 2015 and they're still using it in 2018. But this one has got a cheeky iBuyPower Hollow on the wood. Guardian's got an AWP. What AWP have you got, Guardian? That is the question. Bring out the dragon. I'm waiting. Oh, he's got an AWP Asimov. I was expecting to see a Dragon Lore, but an Asimov's okay. Olafmeister with the M9 Ruby. I mean, Olafmeister's probably a millionaire, to be honest. That's respectful. He's got a golden koi though. That's interesting. But I love it. All the FaZe players have Glock fades. The CTs aren't flexing as much. We've got a USP Blueprint, a USP Cyrex, a StatTrack one. FaZe win on the style points for the skins. Here we are, FaZe pushing B with the 5 Glock fades. If FaZe win this round, it's only because they've got 5 Glock fades. That's the round. FaZe won it. I told you they'd win because they had 5 Glock fades. So I recommend everyone watching this to go out and buy a Glock fade and you will win every single pistol round. Guardian's got a frontside Misty. I love that. It's not about how much they're worth, it's about how nice they look. Stewie's got a Howl, a StatTrack one. Okay, boys, we might have our first borrowed skin. Wait, Stewie doesn't have a knife. He's obviously sold his knife and bought the Howl. To be honest, there's quite a few nice skins in this game. A few of them are super expensive, like the ruby knives that Olafmeister has. But to be honest, I think it's safe to say again that none of these skins have been borrowed. I thought Stewie's StatTrack Howl might have been borrowed, but he's got like thousands of kills on it, so I think it's safe to say it's not been borrowed. It just makes me happy. It puts a smile on my face when I see players using their own skins. Now I think that would do us for 2018. Now let's head back to just under a week as we join FaZe once again as they take on Na'Vi in the Antwerp 2022 PGL final.
We're as loud as an airplane taking off 108 decibels. So let's do it one last time. It's 5 FaZe against Na'Vi.
So here we are in the final. Unfortunately, I couldn't download the demo on CSGO, so we have to watch the highlights on YouTube, which is a bit annoying. Simple has got a triple Colorist 2014 Hollow Desert Eagle Cobalt distribution. That's pretty naughty. I mean, Simple's a millionaire, so he probably bought that himself. I'm pretty sure no one in the world would want to give their skins to Boomich to use at a major. He would probably make the price go down. Not being harsh to Boomich, but I think everyone's thinking the same thing. This is the first, definitely the first borrowed skin that we've seen today. Brokey's got an AK case hardened with 3 Catalyst 2014 hollows on and a crown foil on the wood. That is definitely being borrowed. There's no debating whether that's being borrowed or not. I think it's safe to say that is being borrowed. Brokey with the AWP Desert Hydra with the iBuyPower Hollow on the scope. Brokey is using 2 borrowed skins. I don't like what I'm seeing. Simple, I actually hate you, mate. I used to think you're a good player, but not anymore. Not now you're borrowing skins from China. Brokey has got another borrowed skin from China. He's got the 4 Mouse Sports Hollows Cannabis 2014s on the Welcome to the Jungle M4. That's annoying. Bit's nice. I don't mind Bit. He doesn't borrow skins, so I like him. Someone's given Perfecto a Wild Lotus with 4 Na'Vi Cannabis 2014 hollows on. Who would give Perfecto a skin to borrow for a major? He sucks. Perfecto's a little bit better than me, but he does not deserve a skin like that. You might as well give that to me. I'll play with it on Face It. So my friends, that's most of the big skins talked about in this game. So I think it's safe to say we'll leave that game and we'll wrap up the video. But just before I end it though, let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comment section. Do you prefer the way skins were used at the majors in the early days of CSGO? Or do you prefer how they're used now? So my friends, unfortunately, that wraps up the video. If you guys have enjoyed this video idea, go ahead and drop a like. If you've enjoyed your boy Fluent looking back on the history of skins used at majors personally, go subscribe, stay alive everybody. But for now guys, bye.